talks in the past that feel right. Hosting just jacks, we lift every voice. Re-entry with dignity, give people a choice. Restorative justice, repair what was torn. Conflict resolution, new trust can be born. Family reunification, bring loved ones back. Hosting just jacks, we stay on that track. Sitting with the hurt and the harm in one room. Let truth breathe easy so grace can bloom. Victim offender mediation, step by step. Teaching how to listen and make a safe rep. From cell blocks to classrooms, from courts to the street. Designing programs where real people meet. Community centers and facilities too. Building bridges that carry us through. 50 states traveled, a map full of skies. Showing how to journey with wide open eyes. Workshops and pages, your wisdom in ink. When the world needs mending, you help it rethink. Host of just jacks, we lift every voice. Re-entry with dignity, give people a choice. Restorative justice, repair what was torn. Conflict resolution, new trust can be born. Family reunification, bring loved ones back. Hosting just jacks, we stay on that track. Host out. When the lights fade low, the mission stays bright. Re-entry with dignity, we step toward the light. Restorative justice in motion, hearts reconnect. Conflict resolution with courage and respect. Family reunification, we open the door. Host of just jacks, keeping the circle square.
We did it. Another Monday, guys. I'm so excited to see so many of us and people waiting to see my awesome guest tonight. If this is your first time here on Just Jackson Guest, if you're catching the replay, if you're not really sure what you're in for to watch this or not, I've got not one, but two just amazing people, just like the people in the comments already. We've got Christy and we've got David and we got William, you can call him Bill. We have got Tom. We've got Linda's in the house. We have got, oh my goodness, I saw Leslie and I've seen Damien and I've seen Kinga. Oh, it's so good to see such great people because you know what? It's Monday and Mondays can be either really the start of something new, or it can be exhausting, or it can be kind of frustrating. Like, what do I got going on? John is in the house. Thank you so much for being here. I just got to tell you, it's like every Monday I can count on two things, almost like clockwork. First, that David Causey is going to be first in line. He is going to be here even before I get completely set up, and I love it so much. And number two, I'm trying to see if he's in the house yet or not. Melanie, you're going to love him. We have got, where is he? Is he here yet? Let me see. He's not here yet, but I'm going to shout him out anyway. So somebody tag him. Kenny Dunner. He sends me a reminder for my own show every single Monday, and I love it. If he stops doing that someday, I will probably cry. So I'm so thankful for him. If you noticed while the song was going, I actually put up a couple different pictures, and I've got a lot of stuff going on. Tomorrow is double night. I'm honored to be a guest with Lisa Fevrick, and she's got a great lineup. She always does so many powerful shows, and she talks about not just menopause, but how you can deal with some of life's stuff that gets thrown at you, some of the stuff that happens because of changes in the aging process and how that impacts the family. And so there is a chance I might be just a little bit late to this show, but Lisa and crew can hold it until I'm able to jump in. And hopefully I can add to the conversation because they're amazing. And I've never been on her stage before, so I'm super excited and very proud about that. And that's going to be at 5 p.m. Eastern Central time. And then later tomorrow night is going to be with the amazing Lillian, and it's 8:30. And now it says dating and relationships for Real Talk for healthcare leaders. You don't have to be in healthcare. You can be a leader in anything. You can be maybe someday going to be a leader, maybe someday working in healthcare. Maybe you know somebody that works in healthcare. You're going to learn a lot of tips about this because it's something to really consider. The difference is when you have a high stress, high demand, one of those positions that like you may not know if you're going to get mandated to keep working another 12, and maybe you don't get home to do some of those family things or to go out on that date you would hope to be. So a lot of you know I'm starting to switch my focus. I do still a lot of the family reunification and a lot of the family work, but also really trying to focus on that. How can you spark up your love life, whether it's dating, whether it is with your current partner? How can you make sure you have the romance and the love and the support that you deserve to be happy? And that's not easy for all of us. And for those of us that are single, it's kind of tough right now because Saturday is that day that reminds us that we don't have our person, or it can be the date that we're like, I can do whatever I want because I don't have to get all dressed up and try to do what my partner wants, or I have to spend a lot of money. So if you don't have plans, whether you're in a partnership or not, I am doing 3 different opportunities on Saturday. You can join me live on TikTok. I am trying to grow there very badly, and it's not going well at all. That'll be live at 10 o'clock just on TikTok. And on TikTok, I'm Trippin' with Jax is how you find me there. And then at 4 o'clock Eastern Standard, I'll be doing live just like this, where you can find me on LinkedIn or YouTube. I will not be doing that on Facebook. If you are joining by Facebook tonight, that's not going to happen on there. And then later in the evening, anybody that sends me a DM that wants to join a private group, we're just going to talk. We're going to go through some, ask me some questions. Let's talk about some crazy times dating or super stressful times or things that you want to get to know about and do and all the things. So feel free to join if you can, if you want to pop in for 2 minutes, 10 minutes, the whole time that we're together. I would love that. I need to highlight this gentleman right here. You saw that William Rochelle is in the comments as well. William had, and I got to call him Bill. It sounds so weird calling him William. He had his UBU live show was like a takeover for the pregame for the Super Bowl yesterday. And why I got put on stage, I still don't know. Gregory here, if you've ever seen him on my show, on other shows, in the comments, this man knows every single sports statistic in the history of statistics, I swear. And anytime he wants to talk about that when we're together, he knows my eyes kind of glaze over and I'm like, Gregory, you're just too much, right? But he did great. Phil kind of turned the mic over to Gregory yesterday, let Gregory lead the show. We had some other great guests on stage. It was just a fun discussion before a very interesting night. Huge shout out to all the people that embraced the diversity of the halftime show. It was just so filled with love and energy. And we got to see some people that don't understand what positivity is and love. And if you know anything about me, I'm all about social justice and trying to make the world a better, positive place. And we can't do that without diversity. We can't do that without getting to know our neighbors and supporting each other and learning from each other and understanding that the world is a better place when you do not just live in your own bubble. So super good shout out to that. But also, so I don't do sports, remember, but I was voting for the Seahawks because number 75 on the Seahawks is right from our hometown. He's from Muskegon, Michigan. Right here, right under the pinky, up against Lake Michigan. And our whole town just kind of went bonkers supporting him, and so happy for him. Our town gets a lot of bad rap. There's unfortunately a lot of violence and a lot of poverty and different things like that get a lot of news instead of the good things. So hearing he not only played in the Super Bowl, but he's a champion, it just made us really happy. So he was number 75 if you go back and watch any of the clips, Anthony Bradford. So super shout out to any of his family that might be watching or catching any of these clips as well. And with that being said, there's a lot of tough times in our country. And I've got 2 beautifully amazing women, and I'm not just talking on the outside, because they just have hearts that just wrap around, and they want to support. They want to get people to a good frame of mind, but they also don't want to take any crap. And there's a lot of crap going on, especially for women, and some of the violence that has happened and that is not being prosecuted and is not being discussed, and things that have happened to children, and the messages that are being told to people that you may be abused and you may not get any support, or that it's okay that this happens as long as somebody is rich and powerful that does things to you. It's not okay. It's something that we have to talk about. And whether you're talking about it with your own family or friends, whether you're talking it on live shows like this or on social media, you're going to get some flack from some people. Don't do politics, or don't. No, this isn't about politics. It's about humanity. It's about dignity. It's about basic human rights. And I will not never talk about that. We need to work together. We need to make this world safer for everybody, regardless of gender, race, age, which country you're born in, which country you're living in. Guys, it takes almost nothing to be a kind, caring human. And so that's my challenge to all of you. Think about ways you can make sure that you are surrounding yourself with kind and caring humans, because when we are put around people that are not nice, we start getting a little bitter and angry too. One of the reasons I want to talk about all this love stuff and being around people that are supportive, every day in February, I am posting a love word of the day, both on my Just Jax Advising page on LinkedIn and on TikTok. So follow along if you think you need a little spice and happiness in your lifestyle, because it can make a big difference. When you're happy inside, when you're happy with your close people, you're happier and safer and nicer to people out in your community. So that's my challenge to you. I'm ready to get into our awesome speakers. I've talked way too long. You guys know I do that. We had a little tech issue before we got started, so I had to start the music a little longer. So I am ready to bring up the amazing Jane. She just melts my heart in so many ways. This woman basically popped into my life one day and has never left. And I give her so much love because I want to be her when I grow up. I know she's a lot younger than me, but I want to be her when I grow up. Are you guys ready for her? She's amazing. I'm so ready for her. Here she comes. Hi. She's going to unmute herself and you'll get to hear her voice.
Hello, gorgeous.
How's my friend?
I am peachy. So thank you for having me. Thank you for being so patient with me. It took a couple years to be here, but I love your heart, Jackie. And again, I'm grateful to be here today.
Oh, I appreciate that so much. So you are such a powerful voice in your community, in the people that you surround yourself, but you do keep your LinkedIn community very small and you do take breaks from LinkedIn. So right now you shared with me, you're on a break. So some people that are watching, they might have seen your name pop in, but they may not know you quite as well as I do. I always start off when I have guests on asking the same 3 questions, share as much or little about those 3 questions, and then you can talk about anything that you want people to know about you, whether it's about something you're passionate about, something you're working on, something that you want to challenge people on. So are you ready for the questions, first of all?
Let's roll.
Oh, you're so good. Jane, I know some amazing things you've done. I have seen you as a pinup model. I have seen you at these kind of fancy balls and all the things, but will you share 2 things with everybody that you are proud of, that you have accomplished or that you have done?
So my proud accomplishment is going to be that I raised a good human. So yes, my son, I'm very proud of him, and go boy moms, right? So that's probably the most proudest thing, my achievement. The second thing is finding my purpose, and that purpose is advocating for the underserved. That is what feeds my soul. Currently, 2 organizations that I'm focusing on is Human Save with Francesca Douglas Franco, and she provides therapy for survivors of human trafficking and training for others and such. And the second organization that really warms my heart is Project Build. So it was Project Build Southwest Florida that was started about 5 years ago by Aaron Wheatley. But we have expanded. This is exciting news. So it started in Naples, Florida, but end of last year, soft launched in Atlanta, Georgia. So there's 2 locations now. I'm actually going there in a couple of days to do the kind of grand opening and supporting of the community. So Project Build is a program for foster youth, workforce development, mentorship, financial literacy. So all the things I'm very passionate about, and clearly the program works. That's why we're growing, and it's really important to be there for prevention. I'm a huge advocate for investing in prevention, and you understand this wholeheartedly, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's there's, crisis management, yes, but I feel like we just need to keep investing more and more in intervention. How do we give them what they need so that there isn't the struggle or that there isn't that, need?
Yeah. In like you said, you and I understand about what we need with prevention, because you and I and so many people in human services and social work, counseling, in nonprofits and advocacy work, we want to work ourselves out of a job. We would much rather be sitting on the couch all day, going to the freaking beach, not thinking about all these horrific things.
That's the thing I always say. I'm like, I don't, get me wrong, I love the work that I do, but I want to work myself out of a job.
Without a doubt. Girl, I hear you. And I can't thank you enough for sharing those two things as accomplishments, because sometimes people don't always, realize how important their voice is when they volunteer, when they speak up, when they try to raise funds, when they share information with people, or they work, or they mentor, or they're on a board or something for a nonprofit. And I love that so much. You also have another, can I share your male son that rules your life and that I love so much? Are you ready?
Yes.
It's Theodore.
Theodore, I say I'm a stay-at-home mom for him.
I love it. I got to get to California and come out hang out with him, because I just love him. And you do theoretical Theodore post,
Yes.
and it just warms my heart. And it's a good thing. I mean, you talk about very tough stuff, but you do it in a fun way by incorporating your pup. And I love that so much. So thank you.
And I have to say, I learned a lot from him. Just asking for what I want and need, right? Because he's not afraid to ask and tell me. Power of the pause. So last year, Leslie Nidick, I hope I'm saying her name right, but she did a little piece on the pause. And Theodore reminds me, Mom, you just need to pause, because sometimes, we're trying to do so much that pausing is so powerful. Pausing, being present, thinking through things. Because like you said, it's a very hard time right now in the world for so many people. And just slowing down, pausing, being present is paramount.
Without a doubt. Oh, I appreciate that. And I love that you understand that, and that's one of the things that's so important. So even though you do so many cool things and you rock your puppy's life and all the things, and I want to be you when I get older, all the things. What is something you're growing in? Because we've got to grow. We've got to learn nonstop and all the things. So what is something that you're willing to share that you're still working in or growing in?
So that's like my most favorite things is learning, growing, being curious, expanding. I have to say last year was my healing growth era. So really getting out of my comfort zone, just a lot of unlearning. So a lot of like childhood trauma kind of things, and like unlearning a lot of that stuff has been very monumental. But reading, being curious, open to all kinds of cultures, and just being open to different perspectives, right? Like, I love positive conflict. I love it when people don't agree with me respectfully, right? Like I don't want to say it's boring, but like when everyone like agrees and everybody is just like, yeah. Like it's very, I don't know what you want to call it, but I love positive conflict.
I love that. That's amazing. And I guarantee you're going to keep on learning and growing in all the things. And I love it so much. It's funny because on that side of me over there, the YouTube is going, and it's like got a 10-second delay from where you and I can see. And I just saw your hands going, and I'm like, she talks like me. When you get passionate, I love it so much. I love it so much. And sometimes as women, we get told that, oh, you're showing your emotions, or you need to tone it down or something. Doesn't that just grind you? Because I would much rather see somebody's whole body flailing around because they're so excited, they're so jazzed, they're so ready to conquer the world, help people out, than just sit there and look all, yes, okay, all right,
Yeah.
I heard you.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it so much. So let's talk about, you are like, you said, what, 80 degrees right now where you live? I'm like, It's kind of like vacation mode right now. But if you could travel anywhere, my friend, where would you go right now?
So many on the but I have to say, probably the top one right now that's being prioritized is Marbella, Spain.
Ooh, you did not just say Spain. You actually have a destination in Spain. Tell me why that
So
that's
Marbella, so a dear friend of mine, Wendy, she makes her own candles, and she made my favorite one that she made is Marbella. So I was like, oh, this smell like citrusy, like it gives you this like warm hug kind of feeling. And so I looked it up, and Marbella is in Spain, and it has a ton of history and culture and sunshine and beaches. And I'm a California girl, so I need my sunshine and beaches. And I know there's so many amazing places around the world, but that one's a priority.
I love that so much. Spain was never on my list until, gosh, maybe a year and a half ago or so. I was looking at like cruises in the Mediterranean and kind of like transatlantic place, and Spain just keeps coming up in the history and the beauty and, like you said, the warmth. Did you just see that Batman? Do you know Batman's my thing? I've got nightgowns. I've got t-shirts. How did we not know that? Love you.
Great minds think alike.
I believe it. I love it so much. Oh, that's so great. So Jane, we have got to the time where now you get to share what you wanted to come here and let people know, encourage them to do things, let them know a little bit more about, what you are a little bit more on the quieter side on LinkedIn unless somebody knows you. And so I don't want you to share anything that you don't want to, but we would love to hear more of what you wanted to share.
I think I want to leave everybody with a couple things. The first thing is, your voice is power, right? Use your voice for yourself, for others. Vote with your dollars. I'm a very conscious consumer, and people don't think about it, but you can vote with your dollars. So make sure whoever you're supporting, whatever brand, small business, whatever, is, treats their employees well, is inclusive. So those things are really important. And now especially, take the time to do what's right. And, speak up for others. Like I don't know if this is a bad thing or a good thing, but I have almost like a no fear, or like fearless bone, where I get myself in sticky situations, more so now because my son is older. My son's an adult now. So there's been hairy times, but it just, it's hard for me to look away. Right. And I'm not telling everyone to get involved within your like comfort zone capacity. If you see something, do something, say something, make that call. There's an app called Simply Report to report human trafficking. It was designed by Safe House Project, and you don't have to prove anything. You can just make the report anonymously. And I can't tell you how critical it is for us to say something if we see something. It's better to, I think the saying is, it's better to say something and be wrong than not say something to be right. The last thing I want to leave with everybody, it's not mine, but it's a quote that I really love by Andre DeShields. Surround yourself with people whose eyes light up when they see you coming. Okay. I have to tell you, my circle is very small for obvious reasons. But when we choose to surround ourselves with good people who have good intentions for us, it really creates a good quality of life. And choose more joy and have more fun and be more playful.
Oh, I love that all so much. Oh my goodness. So you're talking about joy and being playful, but you also talk about how much you're involved with the human trafficking world, and people don't like to talk about things that are not something.
They say it's political, and I'm like, how is that political? A human life is not political. It's life.
Yeah. And talking about tough stuff doesn't have to always be scary. It doesn't always have to be you putting yourself at risk or doing something that puts you in a place. We're not saying, oh, go door to door and start checking into things. But if something feels off, there's a reason. Our
Trust
bodies,
Yep.
yeah, our bodies literally scream at us all day long. This is a red flag. That's a warning sign. Don't do this. Please do this. This feels good. This doesn't feel good. But we are so busy, especially in the American hustle culture. We're so busy, busy, busy trying to chase and catch up and get money and do all the things that we don't always listen to ourselves. So there's some people in the comments, and Fawn that's coming up next. She will talk a little bit about mindfulness and calming and reconnecting. I think it was perfect segue actually. But once you get to know your own body a little bit more, you're literally going to walk into a restaurant or a room and something is going to just tingle all over. I can only imagine that happens to you all the time. That's when you pull out that app Jan said. You don't have to get yourself involved. She's not saying go tackle somebody, call 911. If something feels off, something feels off. But also when you're having those good times and you're enjoying life, we're not saying, oh, just be sad all the time and be so angry, because your brain, your physical body needs to be excited and happy and see the joy and the potential that someday we won't have these horrific things going on. And that's the balance we all got to create. That's what I love about you so much. You and I can be talking about something super intense or a really intense post, and the next minute you say something cute about Theodore or something funny, or we talk about these men or something like that. And it brings us down to that we're still human too, even though we want to save the world. I cannot thank you enough for what you do and what you're not scared to talk about, no matter whose room you're in. Some people will only talk about certain things if they're only around certain people they know are going to accept it or be okay with it. You do the stuff. You do the stuff, girl. And I love you so much, so much.
Thank
Anything
you.
else that you were hoping that somebody would ask you or that you wanted to share about today?
I think just let's spread kindness. It costs zero. Spread kindness. We don't know what people are going through. So be a little bit more patient. And also when I say kindness, be gentle and kind to yourself. Give yourself that same grace and kindness that you give others. Shit's hard right now. Things suck, right? Like being aware of that and just knowing. I think that's it. And I'm not trying to save the world. I'm just, I want to do my part and leave it better than I found it, honestly. Yeah. And I am taking it from LinkedIn. So if, people sent me a message or whatever, or sharing, I'll get to it when I get to it. But I think it's really important to know what you need and give yourself permission to step away or take a break. And no is a full sentence.
Oh, girl, you are amazing. One question before you go.
Hey,
Gabe wants to know how many tats you have.
how many tattoos do I have?
I don't even know if you can count them all, can you?
I think 5.
They're just big.
Yes,
I love
5,
it.
5 and counting.
You're so amazing. You have my heart. I appreciate you. Yes, it took you forever to get on this show, but that's the one thing. I don't chase people. So guys, if you're interested in being a guest like Jane is tonight, I only have 2 nights open in March. I only have 2.5 nights open in April. If you want to come on and just say something, you don't have to own a business or be publishing a book or anything. You could just come on and talk about you or people and humanity. I love all that stuff. But you have to use your voice, like Jane said. Speak up for yourself. If there's something passionate and you've never had a chance to talk about it, maybe it's some kind of art. Maybe it's helping with this other nonprofit we've never thought about. Maybe it's just doing something kind for somebody in your family. I mean, we want to hear it all. Jane, I love you so much. Thank you for always being a supporter of Wishful Wednesday with Damien and I, really showing up for the people that are in your circle. And I always welcome you back, no matter how long it takes you to get back here, okay? I'll talk to you soon. Give Theodore lots of loves from me.
Thank you. Love you.
I'll see you. Isn't she great? She's so great. So tonight was a little bit more, we said a few things tonight, guys. We did not shy away from some things that some people just don't feel comfortable talking about. And it might lose me some viewers, it might lose me some followers or connections, and I'm okay with that. I've came to terms for a long time that the people that are meant to be in your circle are going to be there. And like Damien's always told me, those that want to show up for you or that are meant to show up for you will be there. It doesn't matter if you're glitzy or glammy, if you're having a bad day, a great day, if you have 1 follower or 500 followers, it's about your message and staying true to yourself. And as you saw with Jane, she's real deal. She is not going to shy away from things just because it's not pretty or because it's not meant to be talked about in certain spaces. And I saw so many messages in the comments that it was okay to talk about this tonight. And I thank you and I appreciate you. It's important that we're together. It's important that we focus on that kindness. And one part of being kind to other people is about being kind to ourselves. It's about taking the time you need to take care of this thing and to take care of this thing. And there's a really cool way you can do that. Before I bring up Fawn, I am going to show you a quick little reel from the amazing Damien Kinsey and Dr. Tanya about their upcoming virtual wellness experience. It's actually how Fawn and I met each other. I mean, we might have seen each other a little bit on LinkedIn, but we were both presenters at one of their events. And so I want to do a little highlight reel really quick because it's so cool, the diversity of speakers and topics to work on yourself. When you are happier and healthier, you're going to put that out in the world. So here we go. Are you ready? So we got to see a couple people that are in the comments on there. Felipe Cofino, Leslie Flowers, they are both in the comments tonight. They're showing up. They are people you want to get to know because not only are they presenters, are they doing great things for other people? They're coming to shows like this when they could be doing anything else. It's late on the East Coast for Eastern Standard Time. People could be anywhere they want to be, and they're coming today. So if you are a person that wants to broaden your circle, you want to expand your business, check out the people that are in the comments, check out past speakers, go to the different shows, go to a lot of the people in the comments have a YouTube channel. You can go back and check what events they're doing. I know Felipe is super close to getting to his 100 followers. Come on, it's such an easy thing to do. You literally hit one button. You don't get spam. You don't get all this stuff, but it helps. The more traction we can get on things like YouTube, the more other people hear about us outside of the social media platforms that we're always in. So I am so excited to bring up Fawn, especially after, like I said, we talked a little bit. I mean, if you know me on another social media platform, I'm pretty hardcore. If you know me at work, day work, you know I'm pretty hardcore. I am social justice all the way. I am all about speaking up, using my voice. I try to keep it a little bit more focused on the work positivity stuff on LinkedIn. But I'm never going to not talk about the rough stuff as well. I mean, guys, we are in Black History Month. Black History Month should literally be every day because there is so much greatness that the entire globe has experienced because of Black humans. But during this time, with all the it going on and the increased racism in the United States, we can't not talk about it. But that talking about it gets icky and it starts to hurt our soul a little bit and it gets us extra stress. And sometimes we can't sleep at night or we don't eat as much, or we start kind of fighting with our family members or our coworkers in different capacities. And we need to take care of ourselves. So I am so honored that tonight of all nights, my dear friend Fawn is coming up and she is going to talk about herself. She's going to do the normal questions, but she's going to talk a little bit about taking care of that mind, body, spirit, and the wellness. At least I hope she is, because I want to hear about it, because I think I need to calm down a little bit after this show. So are you guys ready for the amazing Fawn to join stage? If you watched a couple weeks ago, gosh, it was the beginning of January, this beautiful woman tried to be on when she was visiting Thailand, and unfortunately there was a couple tech issues, but she's in the house tonight and her volume is great. Fawn, welcome to the stage.
Hi, I'm so excited to be back. Oh my gosh, this is like such an effort. And thank you so much, Jackie, for your flexibility and your patience with me and my Wi-Fi everywhere I go. And thank you so much, everybody that are tuning in today. Some familiar faces for sure. Thank you for being here. You know, for some of you, it's late, like you mentioned earlier. You know, I'm in California. It's not that late, so it's no big deal. And I just want to say one thing before we get going here is that you cover a lot. So many things. Your show should be Keeping Up with Jackie. I don't even know, like, wait, what did we just talk about? There's so many little things that just, you line them all up.
You know, girl, when you have ADHD and you're as old as I am, there's a lot of stuff going on in your head and you need to get it out. It's funny because I just had my work evaluation and, you know, I'm an executive director, so it's a full board. I have multiple bosses. They all come together, write the report. And consistently, the only thing that I usually have to work on is to slow down my talking sometimes. And I don't know at 52 years of age if I'm ever going to change that, honey. So I don't need people to keep up with me. I don't need people to hear. I need people to just join one thing I do, follow along with one thing. And if I can learn anything from you, Fawn, it would be making sure that I don't overwhelm people, because my personality, people usually love me or hate me. There's not a lot of in between. And it's been like that almost my whole life after like probably high school.
Well, there's always gray area, right? I mean, you have a show, you need to run the show, right? So you can't just be quiet. So this is perfect for you.
I love it. Thank you so much.
And
so
I'm sure everybody here is loving you for that too.
I appreciate that. And I hope so, because why would they want to waste an hour of their time when they know I'm going to keep talking and talking? But it's because of you guys. It's because we have so many great guests that come on here. And I was talking in another show today that it's such an honor when other people ask me to be a guest on a show, because they could pick anybody. They don't have to pick me. They could pick 5 million other people. And it's an honor for me because I tend to get to know new people and everything. And I feel the same way. It's such an honor when somebody says, yes, I want to come on your stage, because they could be doing other things. You could be doing other things with your life right now. You could be having a paid gig right now. You could be going and doing something, and you're willing to come here, be vulnerable, be on a live show, let people ask you questions, learn about you. Maybe you'll get a couple clients out of it. Maybe it'll happen in 6 months. Who knows? But you're willing to take this time. And it's such an honor when people say, yes, I'll come to your stage. So thank you. Thank you for being here.
Oh my gosh. This is the same. You could have anybody, right? I mean, you always have somebody on your show every single week. So I'm really honored to be here, and especially all the supports that I just saw popping up. Some people are saying hello. Thank you for remembering me.
Oh.
I know it's been a while.
Yeah. Well, and we all have different lifestyles. Some of us are very active on certain social medias for a while, then we need to drop off, then life happens and we get back. And it's always interesting who sticks around with us and who finds us or who checks in on us when they haven't seen us or heard from us. So I want to turn the topic to you, my friend, because you are amazing. And I know you, and there's a few people in the audience also that know you very well, but I'm pretty sure there's some newbies learning about you today, and they might not know just how amazing you are. We could list all your credentials and all the things, and we can do that in a few minutes. But What are two things?
Yeah, who cares about the credential?
I love that. Two things, Fawn, that you are specifically proud of yourself for, things that you cherish that you've accomplished or done.
Oh, okay. I don't want to say proud of, but maybe the one thing that I feel really good about right now is my health and overall well-being. And this is meaningful because it wasn't always straightforward to me. I have a health issue or condition where at one point the medical provider suggested that I would likely need to be on med for the rest of my life. And that moment just, didn't feel right. Like I was not vibing with that. And not because of the medication. I mean, it's not bad, right? We need it. But because it kind of planted the belief that my body cannot be trusted. My body is broken or something's wrong with it. So that's why. And what I choose to do instead was to really connect with myself and started to bring more awareness to what I need to treat and what my body is actually asking me to do. And of course, I'm really far away from being perfect of what I'm practicing on a regular basis. But I wasn't like going like obsessively with how I'm giving the awareness to that part of myself, but I was being consistent with how I show up for myself, for that part of myself, and how my body responds to the stress, the rest, and everything else that go on in a daily basis, and everything that's involved, lifestyle and how I live, right? So not how I think or most people think I should be meditating all the time. I should be eating green every day, right? We all have our shoot that we need to do, but I kind of like, okay, I'm not going to shoot myself, but I'm going to see where this is going. So, and I remember looking at the results from the medical provider and hearing this person tell me, whatever you're doing, keep doing it, because the test result came out really good. And he was surprised and he was okay with me not taking the med. And that's what kind of made me feel really good of what I have been doing. It seems to be going the way that I kind of anticipated to go. And the key here, it wasn't about like rejecting medicine or Western medicine to be specific. It was about learning how to work with my body. That awareness, the mindfulness is all about the awareness in the present moment and not worry what's going to happen if I don't take the med, et cetera, right? So, and that's why that's one thing. And then another thing is probably the impact and the positive impact that I have been able to contributing to the community that I am in. And throughout the years, this is probably similar to you and what Jane was sharing earlier too. So in my own role, in my own status or title, throughout the years, I have different roles, different business completely, and but it's always something that I'm supporting someone to have a space to just pause and let's take a moment for ourselves. Let's just breathe a little bit. Like, okay, Jackie, did you take a deep breath today? I'm gonna throw that in. So most of the space that I've been in all this year, I want to say like in the past 19 years of my career in the health and wellness, that's that's the space I've been in, and
Mhm.
I really love the positive impact that I was able to support people through.
And shockingly, I can teach other people small meditations and mindfulness and breathing. I did that when I was an elementary school counselor for a while. And I remember one time I had a mom that came in. So I did 4 years of elementary school counseling. It was a very high poverty neighborhood and very low scoring academic elementary school. In 4 years, I saw literally 10 parents tops in person. They signed a waiver that I could see their kids. I literally did therapy and I only saw maybe 10 parents. And I had a caseload of like 160 kids a year. Heartbreaking. But one mom came in and she was, nothing wrong when she walked in or anything. And we sat down and all of a sudden she was just like, and this is going on and this is going on. And I just needed to tell you this. And I'm like, you know what, before we talk, I said, have you ever taken a minute to just breathe? Have you had a chance to just breathe? She's like, I have no time to breathe. And literally I encouraged her to do 4 breaths in and out. And I just kind of walked her through relaxing her body, maybe took 4 minutes. Fawn, she literally had tears streaming down her eyes at the end of it. She didn't even realize she was crying. So the spaces you are cultivating for people, they are real. They are getting in touch with themselves. I know there's a lot of like health conscious people that come to meditation and they come to wellness people because they're already on that journey. But there are people that are going to hear your story. They're going to learn from you and they're going to have that physical experience like this lady did. And I can't calm myself down very easy. It's very hard for me to calm this down. But calming somebody else comes more natural to me. And so when I've heard you do your meditations, I'm like, oh, I could listen to her. So you bring a vibe to people that is so needed. And I want you to really thank yourself for saying that is something you're proud of, because so many people don't acknowledge the impact of their day-to-day work life. So thank you. Thank you for that.
Should we have everybody take a few deep breaths in right now?
Only if you tell them. Go for it.
It's at the end of the day. Let us take a few deep breaths in together, if you would. Let it go. Throw it out the window or the trash bin or whatever it is. Whatever that's no longer serving you at this time, at this moment of your life. Share it in the chat. Whatever you want to throw out, throw it in the chat. Maybe it's energetically releasing that way too.
Yeah. And I appreciate that because we carry a lot on our shoulders. We carry a lot of weight. We carry a lot of our personal stress, and we carry a lot of, how do I say this? Like, we don't even know if it's for real going to be a stressful thing, but we do that pre-stress about it. And when you just said, throw it out the window, throw it in a garbage can, I'm like, yes, because we don't always give ourselves permission to do that. And I appreciate that so much. So even though you can take care of us and you let us get healthy and you worked on your own health, we need to keep growing and learning too. So what is something you're willing to share that you're still working on yourself?
Of course. I think a lot of you that have heard me talk in the past, you probably going to be saying, oh, I knew she going to say this. So have you heard that saying that we are spiritual beings having a human experience?
Oh, I have, but it's been a minute. I love that.
Yeah, I know. It sounds a little like woo-woo, to some people, right? So bear with me here. What I'm growing right now, or growing in right now, is letting this 2 parts here just kind of weave in together, especially from losing my mom. And I don't think I've shared with you this, but 2 weeks ago, I just lost my grandfather. So this is very heavy time in our family to be losing 2 loved ones within 6 months. It's a lot for our physical, mental, emotional, and financial as well, because funeral costs money too, right? Mm-hmm. So this is where I get to practice the 2 part of me. I get to really grow the spiritual part and the human part of me all together. And of course, there have been days where I don't want to talk to anyone, where I just want to crawl back in bed because I'm still a human. I have my feelings that, come and go, like normal. Even though I'm supposed to be the expert on mindfulness and meditation, the human part of me is like, hey, you got to feel this. And what are you going to do with this, right? So, so that's the part that I've been working really hard on to, have them get along and not fire each other in some way.
Oh, honey, I appreciate you being willing to share that because that's not easy. When you were on last time, trying to zone in from Thailand, was your mom's celebration.
Right.
Time with
Yeah, I
family.
remember.
And to hear you came back and lost your grandpa, it is very moving to me that you were even willing to come on the show so soon after that. So thank you for that. Thank you for letting people know that even though you are this powerhouse, I'm going to take care of you, you're going to be relaxed and mindful and everything, that you need your time to decompress and work through those feelings. You used a word about, it was something beautiful. I should have written it down, but you said, that you're allowed to feel. And that's so powerful. So thank you for sharing that and giving us permission to do that as well, Fawn. I appreciate that. So you do travel sometimes. You also live in beautiful California. What if you could go anywhere right now? Where would you go?
In this physical plane?
Anywhere, because a week or two ago somebody transported and I was not ever expecting that. So now I'm saying it's up to you. You go to any plane you want to. Physical plane.
Well, physical plane, I have a list of places that I would love to visit. The top of my list is probably Bhutan. Some people ask me, where is that? It's okay. Maybe this is a good opportunity for you to look it up and see where it is, right? If you're really interested. And Turkey, of course. There's the new discover, or not so new anymore now. It's been quite sometimes that they discover the city under the water. I would love to go there and experience that. And then another place that I want to go is Jordan, Petra. I want to go see Petra so badly. It seems so sacred to me. And honestly, if I can just vacation in a different dimension, I want to go hang out and come back, of course, where all the enlightened beings are hanging out. I want to experience the wisdom, the positive energy, I don't know. And this has come from my out of body experience meditation that I have had. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I do not want to come back. Why do I need to come back to the physical world where I feel like I have to work really hard sometimes? When it was so liberating when I was in that space. So now you have all my destinations.
I love that. I love that so much. And I love that you were willing to share that you had that out of body experience, because our brains, oh my gosh, we never in my lifetime will we tap into all the cool things our brains can actually do. And when you are like, yeah, you can't do out of body experiences, you can't get to that relaxed state or anything. If that's what you're going to say, you're not going to get there. That's 100% sure. But if you can relax that brain and figure out how to use your brain synapses in the way that works for you to get to different places, you open up a whole different everything. So I love that you were willing to share that. I want to get to Turkey too. I think that would be amazing. I used to babysit for somebody that was from Jordan, but I never heard about Petra. So thank you for sharing that. I'm going to look that up a little bit more. I've heard just a little bit, but I've never really heard as much as that it's calling to you. So I'm super excited to do that. Thank you for sharing that with us. So you have a few more minutes before the end of the show. I know we talked about a lot of very important things, in learning about you has been so great. How can people get a hold of you? I'm going to put up here how to find your YouTube channel. And is your Your website still going? Should I put that up too? I do have that available too.
Yeah, sure.
Let me put that up too.
Thank you so much for the support. Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
You're like,
I've never seen it on someone else's screen like this.
Aw. Yeah, and the cool thing about StreamYard now is like I can actually set the timer for so long and boom, it'll just drop off after so many seconds. It's like I don't even have to do anything. How cool is that?
Oh my
So,
gosh, I have to learn that from you.
And your YouTube channel, it is just your first and last name, you know. So if people don't know, sometimes when you're trying to look for things on YouTube, if you just type in their name without the @ symbol, you're going to have to scroll and scroll. It's not necessarily going to bring you to them. But if you put the little @ symbol in front of their name, boom, she's the first one that pops up. So go find her, give her some love. Now share a few more things about yourself with us, if you don't mind, or things you wanted to make sure to talk about on the show tonight.
This is going to sound like an echo from Jane and you, of course, every single week. So I think at this part of my life, the work that I do is really about helping people relate to themselves, right? Because it's about building the relationship within yourself first. Mm-hmm. Before you can really get out there and build it with someone else. And this is kind of leading to your Valentine's event too, right? Because you were mentioning something, whether you are in relationship or, you know, happily single, it's important to have good relationship with yourself. And sometimes it starts with the awareness of what you really want or who you really are. Where you want to go, where you came from. So these are all, can you believe these are all mindfulness related? Or you can benefit from mindfulness from all of this like area that you want to improve on. And I mean, nobody needs any more strategy or any more information because we have search engine that would do that and AI, right? So I'm not aiming to give you any scientific research or whatever it is, but I'm more than happy to share my spiritual side that maybe you haven't heard of, if that motivates someone. And of course, if you resonates with what I've been vibing so far, whether you follow me on LinkedIn already or you want to get to know me some more, so reach out to me. I will be more than happy to connect with you. And, you know, Damien say, I'm not a celebrity, so don't follow me, connect with me. That's what he said. And I really love what he said, you know, so I'm like, I'm going to use that. Thank you, Damien. I get to borrow that.
I love that. And you are so right. I mean, it's like, to have a follower, it's like, okay, that's nice. But it's like to have a connection, it's like, wow. I never know when that person is going to be necessarily like a spam person or a real person or somebody that is just going to literally say something that changes my world. And Damien is one of those people that connected so many of us years ago, still does today. He's just not able to be quite as active on social media. But we all remember that. And we remember the name connection is so much more important. So you encourage people to follow you. You encourage people to reach out to you, get to know you. I know you do in-person events in your area, or you'll go to conferences or things like that. Do you offer virtual classes or virtual groups or one-on-one type of thing? Or is that all on your website they can find themselves?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I just don't want to use this space as, you know, commercial, my 2-second commercial, right? So because we are all here to support each other, and I really appreciate people who are actually taking the time to show up and listen to all of us, you know, and I know you have a lot of fans personally, Jackie, and I just love the overflow to whatever flow to my side.
Oh, you are just a joy, and I am so honored to know you. I'm so honored that I've sat in one of your classes before. I hope people take advantage of getting to know you and signing up for things. And even if they're not willing to do a class, if they just take 3 seconds a day to take in that breath like you said, take a couple of seconds throughout the day to remember that you're human first, and all those things are going to be there waiting for you. But if you're ready to get in a little bit more to that health journey, to be well, not just going and going and going, but to be well, reach out to Fawn and see if she is your person, because I can't recommend you enough. I know you would take the best of care of everybody. So thank you, my friend. You have a super great rest of your night, and we will talk soon, okay?
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, so good to see you. Ah, two you beautiful humans. Like, seriously, I knew beautiful, but they were able to share themselves with you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Tom, thank you for being here too. I know it's late. We have done a lot of talking. We have been all over the map. If you only caught a couple little bits of one or the other, please know that both of them are worth going back and watching the replay. Feel free to reach out in whatever capacity that you want to these awesome humans. Check out Fawn's YouTube channel. Make sure that you check out her website as well. And also remember that you are important. If you need additional wellness information, remember the Virtual Wellness Summit is coming up, and that is going to be the middle to end of March. It's the 20th and 21st. It's a Friday and Saturday. If you can't commit to being there live either day or both of the days, they let you watch this on repeat. The live session, you'll be able to follow that, on a Sunday, on a Wednesday night, whenever you have a little bit of extra time. My topic is healthy relationships. Guys, there are so many different kinds of wellness related topics. You don't want to miss it. I shared last week, I think it was just last week, every Monday in February, anybody that's in the comments tonight, they watch the replay, they go back. If you put in the comments, hey, I want a ticket, I want to win a ticket, I want to go to the Virtual Wellness Summit, I'm going to put all those comments into a raffle, and I'm going to raffle off a free ticket to somebody to join that. So it doesn't matter if you weren't sure if you could attend or not, because remember, you can watch it on replay. You want this information. It's great information. So make sure that you check that out. You can go to creativelivingsolutions.com to get the information. It's right at the bottom of that screen. You can also go to Damian Kinsey or Dr. Tanya's page, and they've been posting it. I'll be sharing a page pretty soon about that as well. So it's really cool stuff. Again, remember tomorrow night, 8:30, we will be talking all about dating and relationships in the healthcare capacity. You don't have to work in healthcare to join us. You are going to learn some stuff no matter what your career is. And then also Lisa's awesome show on menopause. We're going to talk about loving people during menopause, and that means change, and that means growing older, and depending on when you guys got in your relationship, it can really impact what your love and your relationship status is. There going to be intimacy? Is there not going to be intimacy? Do we got stuff to look forward to or not to look forward to? Something for you to think about. So the next time I see you, it will be just past Valentine's Day. So I want to put one more plug out there. You don't have to be alone on Valentine's Day. I don't care if you are just trying to hide from the world. I've done that before on different Valentine's Day. Now I could care less. I want to do whatever I feel like doing. I feel like being live a couple times on Valentine's Day and sharing it with great people. So if you're on TikTok, find me there as Trippin' with Jax. I'll be live at 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on TikTok at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm coming right back here. It'll be on LinkedIn. It'll be on YouTube, not on Facebook. But we will be going live talking about all this stuff. So much fun. Even if I'm talking to myself, I get jazzed about this because it gives me a little hope for down the road for myself, maybe. I know LinkedIn has been glitchy. Some people were in the comments. They've been kicked off a few times. I keep getting kicked off. You may need to go to YouTube that day. And I am at Jackie Hallberg, LMSW. You can find me that way. I'll put the link in as well. And then anybody that wants to hang out in a Zoom room and just chat. It's not going to be me preaching the whole time. It'll be questions and answers, talking about good stories, bad stories about dating, relationship. Maybe we can learn from each other. Maybe we'll find a new friend or two in there. We may have one person show up other than me, or we may have 10, or we may have 50. However many people want to join us are welcome. But you do have to DM me for that Zoom link, because I'm not putting that out for just any kind of interesting humans to show up that may not have great intentions, if that makes sense to you. Guys, I'm going to pull out the outro show and thank Mike Blanc, as always, for doing the outro music for me. And I want to thank you guys again for being here, for supporting Jane and Fawn, and for supporting each other in the comments. I saw just some great support. Hey, I haven't seen you in a while. Thank you for being here. All the good stuff. Take care of you. Do good stuff for yourself, and I promise it'll make your relationships better, and then it'll trickle out to the better world. You deserve good stuff. Thank you for being here.
Yeah. trust can be born. Family unification. Bring loved ones back. Hosting Just Jacks, we stay on that track. Stay on that track. Every story matters, every heart has worth. Together we're building a bridge to rebirth. From broken to whole, from lost to found. Hosting Just Jacks, we stand on solid ground. Communities healing, one connection at a time.